Daycare in Alberta. It sounds simple, but when you start looking, there is a lot to know. Hi, I'm Ife. Welcome to Ife's Corner. Today, I'm sharing my honest experience with daycare in Alberta. What works and what doesn't, and sometimes tips no one tells you. If you're a parent in Alberta, whether in Edmonton, Calgary, or smaller towns, this video will guide you through the daycare system. This includes the type of care, the cost under the new fee structure, enrollment, and real life tips that I've learned. The first thing we'll be talking about is the types of daycare that we have here in Alberta. We have the licensed child care centers. These are the professional centers with multiple caregivers, structured program, and government oversight. 2. We have the family day homes. For the family day homes, the child care providers provide the services in their homes. They are usually licensed and monitored by Alberta Family Child Care, AFCC. Third is the nannies or in-home care. It's usually the personalized one-on-one care, live in or live out. So some of them stay with the people that they're taking care of, while some of them come to work in the morning and leave and go back to their respective houses after work. So now to the cost and fees. Initially, when my family and I moved to Canada, the rule was that the maximum the government would pay as subsidy for children in daycare is $266. This is based on your family income, meaning that if you are in the lower class, the family income is between $0 and $90,000. But as your family income increases, your subsidy reduces. That was the rule at the time. But the tricky thing about it at the time was that once you start maternity leave, you are no longer eligible for that subsidy. So in my case, my daughter had to pull out of daycare to stay home with me for some time before she went back to daycare. Going back to daycare meant that we would be paying that subsidy out of pocket. The government actually pays grants. They call it the affordability grant. That is different from the subsidy. However, on the 1st of April, the province introduced a flat monthly rate for licensed daycares. So for the full time, that is 100 hours plus, you would be paying $326.25 monthly. While for the part-time, that is between 50 to 99 hours, the child will be paying $230 monthly. This flat rate replaced all this income-based subsidy. It means nobody is getting extra subsidy. It's not based on your income, whether you're in the lower class, the middle class, or the upper class. Your children are all paying the same fee at their daycare. However, some daycares still charge more than that amount. What they would claim is that they are charging for feeding. My daughter pays $326.25 at the daycare she attends. They have been giving her food when they were paying more, but they didn't stop feeding when they reduced the amount. But for some daycares, especially new daycares, what they will say is that the $326.25 is without food. If you want your child to be fed in school, it's now optional. At the end of the day, you can be paying as much as $550 per month, including the feeding. So the enrollment and waitlists. Daycare spots fill up so fast, especially in bigger cities. Sometimes the wait list can last between 6 to 12 months. So the best thing to do is to start early. Assuming you just have a newborn baby and you have plans that your child will start daycare once they are 1 year old, and you already have an idea of the daycare you want your child to go to, it's better for you to put that child on the wait list so that by the time you are ready to resume to work, you won't have to be running helter-skelter. In my case, that was what I did for my son. I had enrolled and put him on the wait list before he turned 6 months. When we moved to another city here in Canada, we had a lot of issues getting another daycare for my daughter. And I can remember having a notebook where I wrote the list of lots of daycares. You will hear them saying, oh, we have a wait list. Some of them will even tell you to wait as long as 18 months before it will reach your turn. So I just kept calling. The only reason why my daughter was able to start daycare after like 2-3 months of search was because an existing daycare just opened an annex in an area not far from us. That was the only saving grace we had with my daughter. And for my son, because my daughter is already at that daycare, it is easier when they have a sibling there. So that was why we were able to get a spot on the wait list. And even with that, we still had to wait till they called us. Most of the time, because there is a wait list. So once you are called, that you are qualified, if you want to secure a spot, most of those daycares will charge you. They can tell you to drop between $80 to $100 non-refundable deposits. So you will pay that and 1 extra month payment. So that 1 month extra payment is serving as the last month of payment for the child. So they expect that if you know that your child is going to leave daycare next month, you inform them this month so that the last month he or she is going to spend at the daycare won't be paid for since you've paid it earlier. But if you don't inform them, your money has gone. What you would expect in a daycare is learning activities, nap times, snack times, and outdoor play. Alberta's licensed daycares follow licensed regulations. So safety, nutrition, and child development are all monitored. They usually have a timetable of different meals because we have children that are vegetarians, we have those that are allergic to dairy, so they have a timetable so you can know if your child can adapt to the food or not. Some daycares allow your children to bring food as long as those foods are peanut free. So like for the case of my daughter, we're told that she would get hungry despite eating food at the daycare. So I would just pack snacks for her, and you make sure that it's something that is made by yourself. But if you have to get it from the store, make sure you check all the ingredients, because I can remember there was a time that I didn't know one of the snacks she took to school had peanuts. So what the daycare providers do is that they check the ingredients you have and always confirm that it is peanut free. During the summer, some daycares organize like summer activities for the children, such as field trips, zoo visits, library visits, and foam parties. So before the summer, they already gave us a form to fill to know if we're interested, because they would want to know the number of people that would go for those activities, because the payment is different from the daycare fees. My daughter has gone to different daycares. There are some of the daycares where the parents want privacy for their children and they don't take pictures of the children at all. But 2 out of those daycares have an application where they send your child's picture or video of whatever activity they are doing to get newsletters and information about what activity they are going to be doing the next day. Like for example, during the summer period, they will tell us, oh, the children are going to the zoo tomorrow, kindly pack clothes for them, extra food, snacks, or they are going for a foam party, help them to pack like their swimwears or their shower caps or the towels. You know, they give us heads up days prior. So for me, I just set an alarm to check the application every night before bed so that I know what to pack for my daughter the following day. Some daycares do this, do not all. So those are one of the things that you can confirm first from the daycare to know if it will be suitable for you or not. My honest experience is that most of the foods they serve in daycare don't fill up children. I don't know if it is Nigerian or African children, but I have realized that I've also gotten information from different parents who say their children come back home very hungry. I don't know if it's because these foods are usually rationed as compared to the way the children will eat at home. I noticed this and started packing extra snacks for my daughter. My son has a larger appetite, so I'm planning to do the same thing for him. Sometimes I pack food for them like as if they are not going to eat anything at the daycare. Another experience I've had is that children usually have cases of flu and foot and mouth disease that even went viral this summer. So we have cases of children that would just have like blisters all over their body, and the school would have to tell you that there has been an exposure, your children should stay home. And there was even one time that I was so overwhelmed. My child had to stay home for like a week and I was busy at the time. So, you know, trying to manage everything. But I just told myself that it's better for my child to be safe than go to daycare and get the virus. So we usually get updates from the daycare, and Alberta Health Services will confirm when the outbreak is over. Last but not the least, about my honest experience, most daycares close by 6 p.m. So it means that if you pick up your child by 6:01 p.m., you are paying extra fee. Some charge per minute. Some charge as much as $20 per minute if you are late, because you know the teacher also wants to go home. So ensure that you plan your time so that your child can be out of the daycare on or before 6 p.m. Daycare in Alberta has its challenges, but with planning and research, you can find the right place for your family. If this helped, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Ife's Corner, and comment below if you want me to share how to pick the best daycare in Alberta. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.